Chicago, welcome to the Chicago Sports Podcast presented by
Honk.
Goose Island, the official beer of CHGO. Find one of their Chicago locations at gooseisland.com/location. What's up, everyone?
Wait, how did I get here? What's going on?
We are coming at you live. Joe's on Weed Street, Kevin Kaduk, Lawrence Benedetto, Greg Braggs Jr., Cody Delmendo. We are pre-gaming for the NFL draft.
Wait, but why am I here?
I don't know.
Over there?
You tell me, man.
Oh,
It's been a long, strange trip so far.
I believe Will DeWitt, the L's are ones, is in traffic, which is understandable because traffic is the worst in this neighborhood. Shout out to Chicago and Streets and Sand or whoever else wants to get in trouble for this.
Will DeWitt Jr. will be joining us. We're looking ahead towards Will DeWitt Jr. No, Will DeWitt.
Will Anderson
I'm a junior.
Will Anderson Jr. Greg Braggs Jr.
Yep.
Junior.
Ken Griffey Jr. The best of juniors.
I'm the youngest here.
You are a junior.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah, you're just junior in general. I mean, Joey's our
Joey, the producer, yeah. Joey!
Hey, want to thank everyone who came out to Joe's on Weed last night and made our first NFL draft party a unbelievable success. We've got another great group coming out tonight. Tickets still available, so if you want to get down here, $15 gets you in the door, cash bar. It's going to be a lot of fun. We've got a Mike Ditka autographed jersey giveaway. So you stand a pretty good chance of maybe winning that if you come on down. We've got merch for sale.
Merch.
Speaking of merch, we have an awesome new CHGO Bears t-shirt up for sale, the Bear Down t-shirt.
Bear Down.
Braggs, I'm going to be honest with you. If you don't have this tattooed somewhere on your body by week 1, our designer will have failed.
Hey, whatever I got to do for the team, I will tattoo that. But you know what? You're wearing the hoodie. I probably need to tattoo that to my, my lower back.
I personally think if you did that, that's how you manifest not only a week 1 win, but a Super Bowl. That's how you start the process of manifesting.
You know, everyone was joking, like you're talking about, like what I should do, before week 1, and everyone was kind of joking about how long my hair was getting before I got all, did up for the draft. Yeah. And I was telling Jenny, I was like, I think I want to grow my beard and hair out until Justin Fields throws for 300 yards.
Oh gosh, let's hope that's
week 1.
And what did Jenny say to that?
Well, she's seen me grow it out before, so it wouldn't be of any surprise to her. I've done it. It turns into where I look like Marv from Home Alone. It really turns into this thing. So, I'm considering it. I mean, it's hard to go through the summer with the long hair, but I'm thinking about pulling something.
I just appreciate, you took that set of photos, the before and after of your haircut. You really give the blue steel. I mean, it's amazing.
You like it? That's how I hooked Jenny.
Piercing.
That's how because if not, and what's funny is Jenny was like, the one reason she married me is to give my kid the blue eyes, and then I failed at that. So that was the one thing.
He has gorgeous eyes. They're gorgeous.
Yeah, she knows. She knows.
Come out to Joe's. You'll see them up close. He's a beautiful man.
He does got the, he looks nice, clean shaved, got the hair.
Yeah, he looks good.
Well,
he's in peak form right now.
I told Corey Wooten last night because he was like, man, you looked a lot different. I go, well, if you get all shaggy like that and then you change, people are like, wow, you look good. But if you're always trimmed up, nobody ever notices.
No one notices.
So you gotta go Wolverine for a minute to throw people, the curveball.
That way, when they see you in this form, then they can be more appreciative.
Yeah. And I
do the same thing with Cassidy. I got to let it go sometimes. That way she is happy whenever I do get my hair cut.
Yes.
So.
Kev, this is your first segment, right? You want to talk about Braggs'?
There was definitely in the rundown. It wasn't until later in the show, though. But we got it. We got out of the way.
That was a cram rant.
Yeah.
That was a cram rant.
Cram. Where's Cram, anyways? I don't see Crampa, arguable goat.
I just feel like me and Braggs on this show, we might go down like 1,000 rabbit holes.
Yeah, a few.
We can sit here for more than an hour.
Where's the beer bet? Let's start chugging.
Let's hear your predictions. Who's gonna? In what order will the following three walk through the door? Adam Hogue, Mark Harmon, Corey Wooten.
It's going to be Adam first, Corey second, and then superstar Cram third.
Yeah, I say Cram last.
I totally agree. Yeah, I think he's the one that'll just like, I'm here. It's like 4 minutes to the show.
And I agree with Braggs on that because last weekend, me and Braggs met up at Murphy's before we went to beautiful historic Wrigley Field, and who showed up last? Cram.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
All right, this week's Taking Care of Business Award winner, powered by ComEd, is who else?
Who?
The newest Chicago Bear, number 58 in your program, number 1 in your hearts, Darnell Wright, the offensive tackle from Tennessee.
Let's go.
Oh, we're all here cheering.
He's a brick. Da-na-na. House. She's mighty. Sorry.
He's the first offensive lineman drafted by the Bears in the first round since...
Kyle Long.
Kyle Long is the correct answer.
Yeah.
So, look, if you watched
Not
Ryan,
Gabe Karimi.
I think he's actually talking to the media right now. I didn't catch any of that, but last night he talked to the media. Ryan Poles talked to the media, and they really just talked about what they were able to put him through when they visited him in Knoxville and what the drills that he stood up to. And they basically said they ran him through hell, and he answered every single bell, and that really made up the Bears' mind, and he's going to anchor that right side of the offensive line. Initial thoughts on the pick?
Yeah, I'm completely fine with it. I thought my best case scenario was to trade back to like 17 or 19 so we could add an additional second-round pick early in the second round. We already have 3 coming up tonight in the second and third round. I just wanted to get as many, as much draft capital as I possibly could there. Mm-hmm. So trading back only 1 spot for a 4th-round pick next year, that was kind of like at first like, man, that's just not enough juice for me. Right. But I'll take, Darnell Wright. I have no issue. Corey Wooten was big on him. Oh. I trust his football acumen. Yeah.
Saying he's going to be a Pro Bowler as a rookie.
Absolutely. Yeah. Would I have taken Jalen Carter? Yeah, personally, I would have. But that's not going to make me rail against the Darnell Wright pick. They both can be good players, and let's hope for our case that Darnell
We'll get to the Jalen Carter issue here, but Cody, you were in the stands yesterday, but this is your first chance to go on record. Darnell Wright, what are you thinking?
Yeah, I mean, I correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure Corey said that he thought the Bears could trade back and then take him. So to see that they only traded back 1 spot and took him at 10, it's not that I was upset about it. I was just a little – it was like a buzzkill. But then to see the teams after the Bears pick then take offensive linemen, Poles knows more than we do, right?
Yeah. It was a really crazy thing last night because we waited 4 months. We talked hours upon hours upon hours on that. Then they went on the clock, and within 2 minutes, they'd already traded the pick.
Yeah.
And it was like this kind of weird thing. Like I taped a video. I was standing over there. And I don't know if the people here actually knew what was happening. At the time, I thought they did. I thought that it was a very muted pick. And so I tweeted that out. But then after it went on ESPN here, there was a lot more clapping. So
when they showed him on the TV, everyone got excited. But the initial – because like before – when we traded the pick, there was like a huge uproar. Yeah. And then it was like, it's Darnell Wright. And it was like, okay. And I don't really understand what anybody expected. I mean, that's when you're only trading 1 spot, you're taking either offensive line or defensive line. They took offensive line. You should just be excited. The Bears got better. And I think there was 2 silver linings with it. Because, obviously, like you said, we're going to talk about Jalen Carter. But, like, one is Detroit. The Detroit Lions didn't take Jalen Carter. So he went to somewhere that doesn't have to do with us. And 2, everybody didn't want Peter Skoronski, right? So you got your wish. You got Darnell Wright. It wasn't Peter Skoronski. All due respect to the Northwestern guy. But, just be happy. Take your dinner and eat it.
I know it's what Carm was saying last night, but the fact they only got a 4th rounder next year to move down a pick, and then the later trades in the round you saw where teams picked up like a couple picks, 2-3 picks.
Yeah.
That's a little disappointing, but
well,
like Adam was saying last night, in the moment when the phones are ringing or not ringing, maybe
and Ryan Poles said that there was another team out there, but they were too far back, and they thought if they moved down there that Darnell would be gone. And it's clear that they did fall in love with Darnell Wright. Yeah. Lawrence, you sat through so many hours of us talking about Peter Skoronsky, Jalen Carter, whoever else. Yeah. Does it surprise you that Darnell Wright, not that we didn't talk about him, but we didn't talk about him as much as other guys. Did it surprise you that was the guy that was...
I mean, it's just like, it's not the sexy guy, right? It's a lineman. Like, we talked about Jackson Smith and Jigba. We talked
do you think like Peter Skoronsky is a sexy pick?
Oh, no, he's got T-Rex arms. We didn't want him. But, like, I don't know. When you're talking about a lineman, how much juice does that give you in the months leading up? You want to talk about the position players that are going to give you some, give Justin a weapon, give the defense another guy that's going to be huge. And like when Jalen Carter sort of like, he fell off the top 10, but then he started to like, oh, now it's like a month past, and now we're kind of moving past it. It's the NFL. We don't care about off the field stuff. So then it's like, I kind of wanted him. So when they gave up on Jalen Carter,
Gary Ross,
Gary.
who is who might be a legitimate NFL insider after his scoop.
He was awesome.
I mean, I'm not joking. He was early on every single pick. Yeah. He was all over it.
I will say this.
He says the Titans at 11 were in on Wright if the Bears weren't, and that's where the rumors are at today.
Yeah.
And so that factors in. Shout out to you, Gary.
Shout out to Gary, who I think is outside waiting to be let in. Is that what's happening?
I will say that I graded everyone's prediction contest. Gary wasn't near the top, so I don't know about the expert label.
Well, it was funny because he's just following Twitter, like a maniac.
Awesome.
So he's on top of it.
He was so helpful.
Allie was here, and Allie was like, "How do you know all this, Gary? Who do you follow?" And he was like, "Everyone."
Hey, quick shout out to my daughter Louisa, who's watching and apparently yelling at the TV, saying "Earth to Daddy." Yeah, hi.
Awesome.
How are you? Good to see you.
It's really cool to see us on these big screens here.
That is weird.
Super cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
I'm a star. Who knew?
Yeah.
Oh, Will DeWitt's here.
Will DeWitt's in the building.
Yeah, but take your time. Take your time. Go to the bathroom.
Lawrence is getting used to the big chair.
Yeah,
he's never going back to the other side.
Yeah, Joey,
he's ready to be on camera more often.
Joey, 5 hours tonight. It's all yours.
I think the other aspect when it comes to Darnell Wright is my whole point of best player available was what made me nervous about each tackle was, are they surefire 10-year starter left tackle? Can they meet that criteria? If not, do they belong as a top 10 pick? Okay, you want to take Darnell Wright, and now he's your right tackle of the future? Great. But A, obviously he better work out. He can't be a bust. That goes without saying. But two, if you're going to be a right tackle and a top 10 pick, I need you to be a top 5 right tackle here in the next few years. And for years to come, and if he is, then everyone's going to applaud the move. You know, that's what it comes down to.
For me, it feels like what you said. Kyle Long was the last offensive lineman. I mean, for years we've sat here and complained about the Bears O-line never being able to protect the quarterback.
Yeah,
Ryan Poles was an offensive lineman. Like, whether we wanted Jalen Carter or I know you were big on Bijan if they were able to trade back and get him, which they weren't. But all these other options, I think we can all just be. I think we should be content that they got a guy that can protect Justin Fields, because that's like the most important thing. Like, there's so many times last year where I genuinely wondered how Justin Fields was able to stand up after he got hit. And so the Bears investing and trying to protect, hopefully, the future of this franchise is more important to me than anyone else, honestly.
Well, we got number 1 right. We are predicting
Adam Hogue is here.
Who's going to come first, Hogue, Corey Wooten, or Mark Carman, and we picked Adam Hogue to be the first in the building. Adam is number 1. He just walked in the door, ladies and gentlemen.
What's up, Adam?
Keeping your seat warm over here for you.
Now it's going to be Corey. Corey's next, and then the Superstar Cram.
Superstar Cram. He'll be showing up about 5:53. We go live at 6 p.m. Central Time, everyone. CHGO Bears, Draft Day Live,
Will Cram walk in with like 4 hoodies on, though?
Yeah. What was that?
That video that we put up on the CHGO Sports Instagram yesterday.
The weirdest human being.
He was wearing like 3 hoodies. He was like, it was like he was getting out of bed. Rise and shine. Okay, Cram, you're wearing like 3 hoodies. What is going on, bro?
He is the weirdest human being, and I am grateful for meeting him and becoming his friend because he makes me look normal. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I am very grateful for Cram.
I know he is so divisive in the online community, but he's just in person. He's hilarious. I love his vibe and everything.
Of course.
Clown takes
I'm just
it
giving
all.
him shit.
Yeah.
Clown takes it all.
Cram takes
I didn't realize like how close everyone was in on here.
Yeah.
This
You mean like right here?
And the lights are very
We're gonna
bright.
be pals.
Hi.
We're gonna be amigos.
All right, so the NFL draft, a lot of times, is not so much about who you draft, but about who you don't draft. And the decision the Bears were faced with last night was, would they take Jalen Carter, who had fallen all the way down to that 9th spot, or take someone else? We saw what they did, obviously. We've already talked about that. Philadelphia traded up. Do you think the Bears are going to regret this?
I mean, if Jalen Carter ends up being a generational talent, yes. And I know that's hard for Bears fans to accept, and we're into our coping mechanisms and saying things like, well, the Eagles' structure is, built for a guy like Jalen Carter because, they're already a Super Bowl team, so they can afford to make a luxury pick.
I am terrified of the Eagles at this point because not only do they cash in on Jalen Carter and you can fit him into that system, and I actually think the Bears could have brought him into that locker room with where that locker room is right now. I actually think they could have.
That's what I'm saying.
But then you strike gold again with Nolan Smith at the end of it. I mean,
the rich get richer.
We talk about the Bears building up, and the Bears have a long way to go. But you realize where the Eagles are right now, and they're going to run into some salary cap issues. But they are running an insanely lucky streak right now. So I see what they were able to do. I was walking around here last night, and people were saying, Are you happy that they passed on Jalen Carter? Are you upset? I didn't know exactly how to feel. I wanted them to draft him. I thought, okay, you can get some value there. But at least this isn't Ryan Pace not bothering, to do his homework on Deshaun Watson and Patrick Mahomes. They brought him in. Like, they had a lot of FaceTime with him. They saw something they didn't like and didn't draft him. So you're a year into this. They kind of know what they want to build. You don't have to do a big Hail Mary or take a lot of risks. They went for the safe pick. Let's hope that it's the right offensive lineman. That I don't think we know right now. But I guess at this point I'm fine with it.
I mean, from my perspective, and Braggs and Carmen Hogue know more about these prospects more than me, but the amount of times that Ryan Pace kind of made those bold moves and they failed, it's kind of like, I'm in an important draft like this. I mean, this is the biggest draft in Bears history. It feels like, at least, because this is
biggest offseason.
For
sure.
And they're coming off a lot of momentum and trading the number 1 pick, getting DJ Moore and all his draft capital, all this stuff. To me, for this one pick, I'm fine with them playing it safe. Now tonight or tomorrow, can they jump up a little bit or take a bolder pick on someone? Sure. Like I expect there to be some, but for this particular moment, like this, you're hoping that Wright is going to be like a 10-year guy that you can rely on. And with Carter, there's a lot of question there with off the field stuff.
Of course.
So to me, I'm fine that they stayed safe on this one, just because in recent years, especially during the Pace era, they were bold, and none of them worked out,
bold
man.
Bold and stupid.
Yeah,
not a good combination.
I mean, I don't have to even bring them up. I won't bring that up for our own.
He drives a Toyota Camry.
Pain.
We know who we're talking about.
So,
hey, super chat from JL, $10. Thanks, JL.
There we go.
He says, more players are ruined than busts. I'm glad we have a guy that sees the big picture so we can become the Eagles, 49ers, etc. by bringing in guys who fit culture, scheme, and can handle all the noise. Thank you, JL. Appreciate it.
It's completely fair.
That's
I just would say to any fan that's going so hard against Carter because we didn't take him, I would just be curious in an alternate universe if we had taken Jalen Carter, what the majority. Well, that's all I'm saying. Come on, let's call it for what it is. That's fine. Let's hope Darnell Wright works out, and and we won't think about this going forward. But it's fair to at least consider the other.
I mean, I
possibilities.
I was, like I said, I was a little disappointed when they traded back and they didn't take Carter.
Yeah.
That's fine, and that's okay to say that. Darnell Wright still could be a solid player.
Yeah, no, and like Cody said, they need to make the correct pick, a safe pick, and that's true. You got to protect Justin Fields.
It doesn't mean that they can't make a bold pick tonight. You know?
Well, and the other thing is we weren't in the room. We can all say we wanted Jalen Carter, but we didn't get to talk to Jalen Carter personally. Ryan Poles did. Yeah. I'm going to trust Ryan Poles, and if we go down the road and things look different, then you can critique it. But right now, who are we to say that Ryan Poles didn't make the right decision?
Let Poles cook.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
We're going to talk about the biggest night one surprise for everyone here. Will DeWitt's going to come up. We're going to get rid of Lawrence here.
Yeah.
But first, I want to.
Oh, wait, hold on, though.
What do you want to talk about?
JL threw another super chat
He
in.
did.
And he said, plus, at least we didn't Lions this up, which I think is a hilarious thing. And I'll let you guys talk about that.
I don't know who had the tweet. It was an amazing tweet.
Oh, my God.
The Lions, and the person tweeted, the Lions went into a steakhouse last night and ordered hamburger.
Oh, my God. Yeah, or, no, like the chicken, the half chicken, the broiled chicken. What are you doing, man? You're at a steakhouse.
As for the bottle of Heinz, yeah.
Yeah, all right. I'm going to get out of here while you do your ads.
Thanks, you, Lawrence.
6
Good
o'clock
luck tonight.
Okay, see you later.
Love you.
Love you, Lawrence.
Hey, everyone,
thanks,
take on the sun with gear built to last. Our friends at Shady Rays have you covered for the warm weather ahead with premium Polaroid shades at an affordable price. Shady Rays is an independent sunglasses company that offers a world-class product that's just as good as any expensive pair we have worn. Durable frames and extremely clear optics for outdoor adventures. And that's not all. Shady Rays offers the most insane protection on all of eyewear. Every pair of sunglasses is backed by the lost and broken replacements. If you lose or break your pair, even on day one, they told us they will send you a brand new pair. No questions asked. Wear your Shady Rays with confidence because they have your back long after you purchase. And together with their customers, Shady Rays is providing much-needed support to nonprofit partners across the U.S. through Shady Rays Impact. They build play sets for pediatric cancer patients. They provide young adults with MS the outdoor adventure of a lifetime. Look, Shady Rays is making an impact in your community and others like it now and for years to come. And they do that because they like their customers. And if you don't love your Shady Rays, you can exchange them for a new pair or return them for free within 30 days. No risk when you shop. The team always has your back. And exclusively for our listeners, Shady Rays is giving out their best deal of the season. Go to shadyrays.com and use code CHGO for 50% off 2+ pairs of Polaroid sunglasses. Try for yourself the shades rated 5 stars by over 250,000 people. I'm going to tell you this, guys. We got free pairs when we did this deal. I just went on and bought another 2 for the summer ahead. So that's how much we like them.
The Shady Rays, they changed my entire vibe when I put them on. It's almost like I'm ready to just, sprint down Lakeshore Drive every time I put them on.
It was an exponential. I mean, you already had vibes, but it grew.
Yeah, exactly. What goes great with your Shady Rays is if you're on your way to, golf course and you got your pins and aces on. You know what I mean? I'm not a big golf guy, but pins and aces is so great that you can wear their golf gear casually. They got great polos, hats. I just got their hat in the mail. It's awesome. Pins and Aces is the official golf apparel partner of ALLCITY and CHGO. We love our Pins and Aces gear and get tons of compliments on and off the course. They're family owned and they are a family-owned golf and apparel business. They make amazing polos, hats, golf bags, and even our favorite beer sleeve, an innovative product that allows you to store 7 beers right inside your golf bag and keep drinks cold the entire round. Imagine having 7 Goose Islands in your beer sleeve. I mean, that sounds incredible. So check out pinsandaces.com. Use code CHGO to receive 15% off your first order and get free shipping. That's pinsandaces.com. I see my friend Luke Stuckmeyer in the chat. He should be very proud of that ad read. I did not mess up. Thank you.
There we go. I want to hit the golf course on Sunday. Who wants to go?
Can I just go to
Is this
drink?
supposed to be nice?
I'll be with you.
Because
my wife, Jenny, used to be on the golf team, so she's the golfer in the family.
I'm always the guy, the only time I hit the golf course, honestly, my entire life has been for bachelor parties, and I'm always the guy. I'm just show up, we do best ball, and I'm like, all right, whoever is my partner, your ball's the one. I'm just here to drink and have fun.
When I play, I can get the first 9 holes, I'm pretty money, and then those last 9 holes, everything just starts going to hell.
Awesome.
Well, no, once I get new clubs, though, we'll go out. I need to get this new ping driver that forces a draw because my slice is literally like 90 degrees off the tee. It's going right.
That'll work.
Yeah, so I need something to force
Welcome to the show, Will.
Thank you,
I heard
guys.
traffic was not good.
No, but it was better than yesterday, which
Okay.
really surprised me because today's Friday, which I thought would have been a little bit more rowdy. But no, I got here, I thought, pretty seamlessly.
Will, I was here yesterday. I don't know if you saw me.
I did.
I didn't get a chance to say hi, and I
Hey.
wanted to tell you that this jacket is elite.
It's amazing.
Thank you. It's so good I had to wear it twice.
Yeah, right?
So, as I teased before, before we talk about tonight's action, just wanted to wrap a bow on last night. Will, what was the biggest surprise for you, of anything that happened on night one?
That's a really great question there, Kevin. I think the biggest surprise to me, honestly, was that Texans trading back up to go ahead and get Will Anderson Jr. I know there's a lot of surprises in round one, but I really thought the Texans were going to sit there at 12 and take a quarterback or maybe trade up with the Bears. But for them to take that move to come back up, get the QB first, and then come back up for the best defensive player in the draft, I thought it took a lot of balls, honestly. And it's going to be interesting to see how it all plays out for them, but I did not see that one coming.
Do you think they paid too much to move up?
I know Greg does. Other guys do. I believe if Will Anderson Jr. plays up to his potential, they're not going to care how much they gave up for him. He'll be a perennial Pro Bowler, All-Pro kind of player, and a blue-chip player to build a defense around. He's a great guy, too.
Well, what's going to happen, my friend, when he goes up against Darnell Wright in the Super Bowl? They're not going to like that pick so much.
Well, we put out that Will Anderson was speaking Darnell Wright's praises, right? Going up against him when he said that was one of the best offensive linemen or the best offensive lineman he squared off against. So hearing that from Will Anderson definitely makes you feel better as a Bears fan about that pick.
And when you look at the film, though, like it backs it up. You can watch Will Anderson versus Darnell Wright, and Wright just hands it to him throughout the entire game. That is so much fun to watch. And if he can handle Will Anderson in college, and once he reaches the NFL, I do expect that to be a plug-and-play starter. I know the Bears are not committed to that right now. They're not going to say it, but there's no reason why he can't be that guy day one.
Yeah. Braggs, what surprised you?
I mean, the biggest surprise, I think, is Will Levis falling out of the first round. I mean, some people will try to go and say, well, it's not a surprise because on my board he was 26 or whatever. No, this guy falling completely out of the first round is pretty shocking just because of the buzz. I mean, you heard, he's going to be taken at 2. At one point, he was the odds-on favorite on DraftKings to be taken at 2.
Yeah.
And then at one point, there was rumors that number 1. And I get it's lying season. You're going to throw a lot of stuff out there and feed it to the media and let it spread. If you're
I remember
team.
a lot of gambling podcasts pushing like, hey, get in on this Will Levis at number 1.
Yeah.
Get on this. And
early in the draft process, around the Senior Bowl and all that stuff, like there was whispers that, hey, all these GMs like Will Levis maybe more than the other quarterbacks. So all this smoke, no fire. He moves to the second round. Feel bad for him. I mean, he was taught when his mom was consoling him.
Yeah.
It's like you could tell he wanted to get emotional, was trying to hold it back. So, as just a human being with empathy, I feel bad for him.
Every year there's a guy stuck in the green room. I wonder at what point the guy stuck in the green room realizes that he's the guy stuck in the green room.
Well, Aaron
Rodgers
Rodgers realized that at one point, and he had a pretty pissed off face, right?
Yeah, he's the most famous one.
So we'll see where he ends up. Everybody's saying, teams are trying to trade up to 32 tonight to take him right away. So it'll be interesting to see if he plays with a chip on his shoulder. I was never big on him, but hey, as long as he doesn't play in the North or the NFC, I'll root for him.
If you're eating bananas with the peel on still, I mean, that are we surprised? Like, are we surprised he fell? I'm sorry. I guess my biggest surprise, we kind of talked about it a little bit. Like, I can't believe the Lions took a running back. Like, I still can't.
I think that might be.
You sign David Montgomery and then you draft a running back in the first round. I was so confused.
And did you see the reaction in the war room when they?
Yeah, they were so excited about it. Like again, those guys know more than me, but I just don't get. Maybe tonight will be more telling. But
and then the other rumor was like
first round pick.
They would have been comfortable taking him at 6.
I heard that.
And it's like, wow, that's some conviction.
Right.
And I think he's certainly an exciting and interesting player, but at 12 or even 6, as crazy as that is, like, okay. But I guess I'm not the only person that thought, hey, we need to give David Montgomery some help. Everybody's so big on David Montgomery. Cough, cough. Adam Hogue. Cough, cough.
Well, they have DeAndre Swift too, don't they?
They do.
Yeah, they have DeAndre Swift, David Montgomery. Like, why would you use your first round pick to get a running back? Like, I don't know.
I was interested. I guess I wasn't like shocked, but I was just kind of intrigued with the way the cornerbacks, that happened with Devin Witherspoon maybe going a little higher to the Seahawks, and then Christian Gonzalez, just dropping. We kind of thought that they were two cornerbacks that were pretty close and thought they'd be clustered and both top 10 guys, and that just didn't happen. So, also Lucas Van Ness, now a Packer, has to say he likes the Packers.
That's law.
I guess Peter Skronsky is probably thankful he doesn't have to feign love for the Bears.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. That's the other aspect.
Bears have 3 picks tonight as we speak. 53, 61, and 64. Will, tell me the combination of the 3 positions you want them to come up with. Don't need specific names. What do you want to come away with, roster-wise?
Yeah, I'll give you 2 guarantees that I want tonight and then 1 wild card. So edge and interior defensive line. Just looking at the board, what's available, I think the value's there. And then outside of those 2, you can talk me into a center, you can talk me into receiver, you can talk me into a cornerback. I feel like you can go in so many different directions here in this second round, first pick of that third round. But
what about tight end?
Tight end, again, skill position. I would not be opposed by investing in that too.
Because they talk so big on Cole Kmet. They have. Ryan Poles has been pretty vocal about that. But at the same time, where was the extension? I think we all expected that might happen, and it hasn't yet. So there's some interesting tight ends out there. I know that's a deep, position group. So, Ryan Poles said to start the offseason, I want to get playmakers. Mm-hmm. So, tight end might be the pick. You never know.
So tight end is your...
Well, no, I was asking.
Yeah.
You're going to throw that same question to me. Yeah, of course. I mean, we need interior defensive linemen. And then the centers. I mean, how many teams? Look at Kansas City when they got the center from Oklahoma, what that did for them. Mm-hmm. The Bears, if they can get a center, I know right now Cody Whitehair might be the guy if they don't. But if you can get, now all of a sudden you have a, rookie center, rookie right tackle, second-year left tackle, and Justin Fields. Now your core is really turning into something. You signed Nate Davis as your guard. Let's hope Tevin Jenkins can stay healthy. Now we're really cooking with gas. I mean, that's something that would really get me excited as a Bears fan.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of the same, like a combination of what Will and what you said, because I do think that a wide receiver would be cool tonight, and but also defensive line. Cornerback I'd probably be okay with too. I was huge on Witherspoon. He was like kind of someone, if he would have fell to the Bears in the first round, like I probably would have got excited for that. Not only because he's an Illinois guy, but also because
wide receivers. I always love drafting wide receivers, and I always get hyped for them in training camp, no matter where they came from or what round they're drafted in. It's always cool to draft one until it becomes Joaquin Iglesias.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So I do think defense is probably my number 1 priority for sure tonight. Just because we just sat here and talked about, why did we pass up on Jalen Carter? Mm-hmm. Now you got to try and make up for, doing that. And so interior defensive line for sure for me. Yeah. And then corner, wide receiver.
Yeah, I would say we obviously know what they needed in the trenches. So come up with 2 picks from there, whatever combination that is. But then, whatever you think your best weapon is, whether that's a wide receiver, running back, whatever that best one on the board is, come away with that. So that's really what I want to see. Let's just hear some names. We on allchgo.com, we went with 15 names that could be there for the Bears at those picks with some of our notes from the CHGO Bears 100. But who's number 1 on your wish list? You can assign one guy to the Bears right now. Will.
I mean, I'm just looking at this list, and I do see, Keanu Benton is still available here to start off day
Badger.
2, and I'm sure that would make Wisconsin Adam Hogue very happy to hear.
We got all these Iowa players going to NFC North rivals and pissing off Nick and Carm.
Okay. And there's not going to be a Hoosier here for me or anything like that. So that's a pipe dream and a half over here. But no, having a guy like Benton who has steadily improved each and every year. He started off, he wasn't a great pass rusher early on, but he was asked to be more of a gap clogger. And then as he progressed throughout his career, they changed that defense up. Hey, go after a QB. And he was able to do that pretty effectively. So for him to take on those new challenges, succeed, he gives me a lot of hope and potential for him being a good fit in Chicago.
Yeah, going off, Corey Wooten nailed it last night, right, with Darnell Wright. Well, he's big on Isaiah Foskey. You know, I'm a Notre Dame football fan. He certainly is somebody that I would love to see in a Bears uniform. So that's certainly a name I'm looking at. Sam Laporta, if I'm going to say tight end, you know, we have him in our list of the 15 guys that are
That would
interested.
make them happy. Yeah, that would make the other guys, the Hawkeyes, happy.
Yeah, Hawkeyes, yeah. You know, so let's see those kind of picks. You know, and, you know, I really am not picky. We have so many holes. You know, I just want them to just keep filling those. So, you know, those are two names that I'm looking at.
Here's where Cody throws out Chase Brown.
Chase Brown, baby. Don't get me started about Chase Brown. That guy was a stud in the Big Ten last year. Yeah, I mean, you know, I said cornerback, so maybe when we were talking about Jalen Carter, who went to Georgia, Ringo, who also went to Georgia, cornerback.
I want a Ringo Mingo combo.
Yeah, like just for the sake of choosing someone else.
Just for headline writers.
Yeah. So I mean, I think you getting a combination of what we just said, I think, would be awesome for the Bears tonight.
Yeah. I'll throw out Joe Tippmann. I don't know if he'll be there by 53.
Okay.
I don't know what you think, but obviously no
Right.
Badgers.
Is Cody Mauk going to be there? Or
I think he will be.
You know,
Yeah.
is John Michael Schmitz, that's another guy
I don't
everybody
think he
was
will
big.
be.
So,
Yeah.
you know, those are names. But, yeah, we don't think those guys will be there. But there's a lot of rumors flying around that the Bears are trying to trade up. I hope they don't. But those are the rumors. You know how rumors go, though.
I would not be opposed to it if I was looking, and I was talking to Lester Wiltfong Jr. of Windy City Gridiron earlier, and they can use that fourth rounder they got yesterday, pair it with one of their seconds, and that should be close enough to move into the 30s here tonight. So you go down one pick yesterday, you still draft your guy, and you can go back into the early second.
It's not bad.
That's not bad.
Can we give our fourth rounder for next year and our second rounder from the Panthers that's 2 years from now to move up? Would a team be or do they want that pick for this year? You know what I'm saying?
I know what
give
you're
up
saying.
equity that doesn't hurt us.
But you were
this
giving
year.
up more. I was just saying do the fourth. We don't need to add that extra second to it.
Yeah. Well, unless we're moving up to 32.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. But either way, like if they want to use some of that house money to move back up and draft one of those other guys that they have like a first round grade on, that does seem like a best of both worlds situation for the Bears this year.
Yeah. Unrelated, we got over 500 people watching this on YouTube.
Nice.
Let's go. Hit that like button.
We got 58 likes and 500 people.
That like.
We need the like button.
Hit that like.
Hit it hard.
Cut that meat. I'm sorry.
Brick by brick.
And we've got people filing in. We've got the merch stand out there. Sarah's checking out
Gary's
people.
in the house.
Gary's in the house.
Oh, Gary!
He's tweeting from inside the house. What happens if you super chat from here? Does anything special
That
happen?
means I buy you a drink or a shot. I buy you a shot. That's what that shot.
People were buying you shots yesterday.
Yeah,
I saw.
Kevin's like, you got to go back on. I was like, we just bought a round of shots. Give me a second.
All right, it is NBA playoffs time, and that means big hoops action with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA. Get in on the excitement of every game with the touch of a button. New customers can make a $5 pregame moneyline bet and score $150 in bonus bets if their team wins. Plus, everyone scores a no-sweat same-game parlay every day during the NBA playoffs. Obviously, a lot of stuff going on tonight. So open up that DraftKings Sportsbook app, opt in, and place a same-game parlay on any NBA game. If it doesn't hit, you'll get a bonus bet back up to $10. I'm on right now. I went and made money last night. Darnell Wright plus 300 to be drafted in the top 10. Hit it right at the tape there, but I was a big winner. Pretty happy. Took some of that, and I put money on Hendon Hooker to go to the Seahawks. Just a hunch. I don't know if it's going to happen or not, but we'll see. There's a few other prop bets as well. I think you can bet on where Michael Mayer is going to go, and somebody else who I can't remember. Anyhow, download that app now and sign up with the code CHGO. New customers, just make that $5 pregame moneyline bet and score $150 in bonus bets if your team wins. Only at DraftKings Sportsbook with code CHGO. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. In Massachusetts, call 1-800-327-5050. Or visit gamblinghelplinema.org. In New York, call 877-8-HOPENY. That's HOPE-NY. Or text HOPE-NY. In Kansas, call 1-800-522-4700. on behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort. 21 plus in most eligible states, but age varies by jurisdiction. Eligibility restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details and state-specific responsible gambling resources.
Woo! Well done. Well done.
We did it.
You mentioned, Kevin.
By we, I mean Kevin.
Kevin, yes. Kevin mentioned that he hit some bets on DraftKings Sportsbook for the NFL Draft. I was here watching this, and I'm sorry to any Sox fan here. I live bet the Rays -5.5 after Dylan Cease came out of the game last night. And
why the hell not?
This is not slander as the Cubs guy here.
Oh,
This is not slander.
Slander away.
But it was an easy win when they won.
You
when
bet
the Rays won
against a corpse
14-5.
passed out on a mat with no chance of getting back up. Way to go, Cody.
Right.
Way to go.
But to lead into what I'm about to tell you, you can go to the cell tonight, tomorrow, Sunday, and bet against the White Sox because they are a dead corpse right now, and it seems like easy money. You can do that. You can use Game Time to go to the cell and watch the White Sox this weekend, or watch the Rays, or if you just like baseball, you know what I mean?
Yep.
All with Game Time. And Game Time, let me tell you, is a fast and easy way to buy tickets for all your sports, music, comedy, and theater near you. Buying tickets to your favorite events shouldn't be so stressful, and it's just not with Game Time. You can log in, and they give you flash deals, all this good stuff. Killer deals on last-minute tickets and their best price guarantee. You can stop stressing over tickets and start getting hyped for the fun you'll have. Last weekend, me and Greg Braggs, we met at Murphy's, went to beautiful historic Wrigley Field, and all because of Game Time. Got our tickets for less than like $10 because it was so cold, but also because of Game Time.
Yeah.
There was, again, we just did it right outside the ballpark because
way to do it.
The beautiful thing about Game Time is getting them right before the game starts. Get the cheapest ticket possible is usually how it works. So all you gotta do is browse through that Game Time app for whatever you're looking for, and it's really easy app to use. So forget planning months in advance. Game Time has deals on tickets right up to the day of the event. Get exclusive flash deals on tickets for football, basketball, baseball, concerts, comedy, theater, and more. The Game Time guarantee means you'll always get the best price if you find tickets in the same section and row for less. Game Time will credit you 110% of the difference. It's the fastest growing ticketing app in the country for a reason. Get images of your seat before you buy so you know exactly what to expect when you arrive. Buy tickets in a matter of seconds, 2 taps, and you're set. Tickets are sent directly to your phone so you never have to dig through your email. Let me tell you, that's so annoying that when you have to actually do that, Game Time doesn't make you do that at all. It's a beautiful thing. So snag your tickets without the stress with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code CHGO for $20 off your first purchase. That's a hell of a deal. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem with code CHGO for $20 off. Download the Game Time app today. Last minute tickets, lowest price guarantee.
Okay, so Game Time, game of the week. Well, let's talk about this. Braggs, I'm going to give you 4 options. You tell me which game you're going to this week. I know you're tied up with the draft, but this is just theoretical. Will, you are too. Cody, I guess you could do whatever, but you're not going to Sox game. I know. Whatever. All right, White Sox tonight, $7 will get you in. Tomorrow night, Rockford Ice Hogs, I think they're in the playoffs, $36 will get you in. Red Stars are out in Bridgeview, $16 will get you in tomorrow. And then the Fire are at Soldier Field, $17 will get you in. So of those 4, what are you picking?
You know, last year we went to a Chicago Fire game in Soldier Field, and it was hyped. It was a fun scene.
I was there with you, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
We.
Usually when you say we, I think it's you and Jenny.
No, me and you and Jenny.
Right.
And Jake. It was a lot of fun, but
we shared ice cream nachos.
We did. They were interesting. Ice cream nachos. A totally different concession feel for a Chicago Fire game. But no, I gotta pick the White Sox because you know that picture of the guy that attends his enemy's funeral and he's standing there. That's how I'm gonna be standing at Comiskey, as I still call it, as I watch the funeral go down. I want success for our CHGO White Sox team, of course, but at the same time, I have some frenemies that are Sox fans, and I'd be lying if I didn't say I was enjoying this slide a little bit because you know, they get chirpy. They fly that L flag. They do all this stuff. So I'm here for it. I'm here for the funeral.
People can't see this right now, but Adam Hogue is right here, just staring daggers.
The guy that wore a Fairleigh Dickinson shirt on set is staring daggers through me. Not so fun when the rabbit's got the gun. I'm sorry.
How the turntables?
Yeah. You should have wore it tonight. Festive.
I've never been to a Fire Red Stars game.
They're cool.
So,
they're cool.
Mallory, I know Mallory Swanson is out for the Red Stars, but I'll choose the Red Stars.
She has health
Dansby's wife is
Sarah Spain squad, right?
What?
Her quad?
Huh?
Her squad.
Squad, yeah.
She's an owner. She's the owner, right?
Is she?
One of them.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I was today years old when I learned that.
Yep.
I'll go see those Ice Hogs play a playoff hockey.
Just keep on driving to Rockford.
Just keep going, Will.
You asked the question.
Our Blackhawks crew will be out there, so.
Well, hey, I think playoff hockey is like one of my favorite environments in all of sports. So I know it's not NHL, but I'm sure the vibe would still be pretty ridiculous. So I would take some playoff hockey right now. I can see the White Sox. I'm a Sox fan. I can see them for $7 probably anytime all year.
I will say $36 for minor league hockey is a little steep, but I do know it's the cheapest price because Game Time guarantees it. So, hey, real quick story about last night. Probably the coolest story last night. I was talking with a guy over here by the name of Mark. We were talking about being a Bears season ticket holder. I said, well, what's one of the best things about owning a personal seat license? And he said, well, I get to buy tickets to anything that comes through. So I have tickets all 3 nights of Taylor Swift. I was like,
oh,
what?
wow.
I was like, dude, if you're not going to use them, at least like tell me what you want to get from them on a Game Time and just sell them directly to me, whatever.
Mm-hmm. Everyone's freaking out now here.
Right.
Cassidy is like so upset. She's been trying to get Taylor Swift tickets for months.
So he's like, if I don't use these, I'll just sell them to you for face value. So now we've exchanged numbers, and now I'm just sitting here wondering if he was just pulling my chain. And I've already made the mistake of telling my wife.
Oh.
And now she's like asking me like every 5 minutes, does the guy text you back?
I'm certain.
You know, if that doesn't work, you know, Cassidy, one of the biggest things you can do is wear like a construction outfit and carry a ladder with another person, and they'll never stop you. Any building will never stop you if you're carrying a ladder and you look like you're working.
My wife said that there's actually people that are going around and like applying to sell Cokes at the stadium, and then they're just getting in that way and then attending the concert.
Sure, by any means necessary.
Sometimes you gotta make a sacrifice.
I'll just volunteer to be the men's bathroom attendant because there's no one going to the men's bathroom. They won't need an attendant.
Yeah.
I'll go
There
watch
you
the
go.
show. I don't know what. Yeah. So,
oh man.
So we'll see. That would be cool. And I said, "Are you really sure you're not going to mark these up at all?" And he said, "No, man. You're a Bears fan. This is Chicago." I said, "That's the freaking Chicago way." So, yeah. Keep your fingers crossed for me, people, because that would be a cool thing to happen.
Rooting for you.
If it doesn't happen, I will be outside of Soldier Field that night with the Game Time app.
There you go.
All right, let's wrap this up. I will say one thing. Watching ESPN and seeing how Kansas City looks is amazing. You guys know that I lived in Kansas City for a little over 3 years. Long time ago, but whatever. I really do love that city. And it looks really great. Union Station is amazing. Chiefs fans are showing up. The weather looks great. I am extremely jealous of all my friends who were there covering the draft and sending me pictures of Arthur Bryant's barbecue gates, Q39. I have a question for you guys. What is your favorite barbecue item?
Like food item?
Yes.
Brisket.
It's like, Weber Smoker would have been up there. But
the actual food item.
Brisket is up there for me.
Yep.
It's hard to beat a good brisket.
Chopped or sliced?
Sliced.
Chopped, maybe. Chopped.
Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really have a favorite. It's not like I just like food, man. Like, just give it to me, I'll eat it.
So brisket over ribs.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
I'd go ribs. I'd go ribs over brisket.
I think I would say brisket. I do like a good brisket sandwich. But a good rib is amazing. The burnt ends at Joe's, no relation to Joe's on Weed, are among the greatest meal item of anywhere. So I'm watching that. I need to get back to Kansas City. It's been way too long.
Could you actually set me straight, though? Because I saw a commercial and it showed some barbecue at Kansas City here earlier this morning, and I was like, I'm skeptical for some reason of Kansas
Why?
City. I don't know.
It's the best barbecue there is.
Is it? Okay.
Yes.
That's why I told you set me straight.
Oh, it's amazing. It's amazing. You do not need sauce there. Like their sauce. I mean, they have good sauces there, but you do not like good barbecue. You don't need the sauce.
Right.
So I don't know. The Chiefs, like they've got the Chiefs are getting richer. I mean, they're still going to be in the hunt all the time. The Eagles are getting richer. I just can't wait for the freaking Bears to get there.
They'll be there in due time.
In due time.
Everybody filing in here
Yep.
already here at Joe's on Weed Street. This is exciting.
Yeah. Well, looking forward to talking with everyone today. Hopefully, maybe there'll be a second person who wants to give me Taylor Swift tickets. We'll see. But hey,
thoughts and prayers.
Enjoy everyone who's been showing up. It's been awesome. Thank you for showing up today for the Chicago Sports Podcast. Hit that like button on your way out. It'll do us a lot. Also, we already have our stream up for night 2. Go over there, hit the like button, set a notification. We want as many Bears fans across the world watching us tonight.
40 minutes away.
It's going to be awesome. So we're going to cut out of here. Let Greg and Will take a little bit of a break. Cody's probably going to get to work on a bucket of Goose Island 312. I may join him. Looking forward to it.
I'm going to make the bar put the Cubs game on one of these TVs.
Let's do
it.
That too. Yeah.
A baseball team we're talking about.
No
in
White
this
Sox
city.
game, yeah. All right, this has been the Chicago Sports Podcast. I am Kevin Kaduk for Will DeWitt, Greg Braggs Jr., Cody Delmendo, and Lawrence. Also, shout out to Joey, who's been the man behind the board the entire time. I don't think I ever said what's up because Lawrence so rudely cut in front of me. He's okay with it. Thank you, Joey. All right, I'll see you
You're the best,
later,
Joey.
everyone. Go Bears.